video tutorial on a Christmas bauble that we made for the last week of our stamp club, and we made these really cute little boxes to hold our baubles into, which hopefully I'll have some tutorials on soon. But in the meantime, I just wanted to quickly show the glass baubles, or the glitter glass baubles, which are so glittery and so shimmery and very pretty. Not my idea, very easy project though, and I sort of thought everyone had seen them, but a few people have been asking questions about them, so I thought I'd at least show how I put these guys together. So the one thing that I do that I hadn't seen done before was I actually try and personalise mine. I've seen personalised glass baubles in shopping centres for like $20 or something ridiculous, and these all up, you know, are a matter of dollars to do yourself. And all you need is these glass baubles. They come in packs of 6. I think I paid about $2.50 for a pack of 6, so really inexpensive. And when you're personalising and putting the names on, the first ones I made, I actually glittered them all and then tried to write the name on, and the glitter makes it very hard to see where you're writing your name. So all you have to do is pull that little stopper that comes out of the top. I use the Versamarker pen, which I absolutely love. I use the fine writing end to it to write on. So I'm going to emboss in some gold embossing powder, and what I just do is I give it a quick going over with the embossing buddy, but glass will just stick, embossing powder will just stick to glass like crazy. But basically all I do is give it a quick wipe over, and then using my Versamark pen I write the person's name, and I'm doing this one for Logan. Now the funny thing about this is that it is very difficult to see where you're writing, and I'm pretty sure you won't be able to see what I've written on there. But what you can do is when you get your embossing powder out, you can actually see where you've written. Now the beauty of embossing on glass, and one of the things I love about it, is that if once you've sprinkled, oh there it is there, see I don't even know where I'd written it, but as you sprinkle the embossing powder on, your writing appears. It's a bit like that candle wax and the crayon technique. So there it is there. Again, you probably won't be able to see it really well, but it says Logan. Now like I said, it actually sticks everywhere to the glass, so it is a bit tricky to do. But what I find is I get a paintbrush then, and I just wipe off all of the extra embossing powder that I don't want, and until I'm happy, wipe it all off and then emboss it with a heat gun. Now I'm not going to show you me doing that because it can take a long time, and actually is the longest part of it. But the beauty is that if you've written on there and you put your embossing powder on there and you really don't like your handwriting, all you have to do is take a baby wipe everything off, and I'll actually show you. I won't waste too much of my embossing powder. I'll dust most of it off, and I'll show you what you can do. Okay, so if you don't like what you've written on there, get a baby wipe it off, dry it with a tissue, and then you just start again. Okay, so those glass baubles you can just keep going until you're happy with it. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to move on and show you one that I've already embossed, and cleaning my desktop now because I've got embossing powder everywhere. It's not as bad as the glitter's going to be in a minute. So this one here is making for Grandad, and I've done the embossing on it, and I'm about to now add the ink. So all I need is a bit of re-inker and a bit of glitter. So for this one I've chosen to do an LA Espresso ink and some really coppery bronze glitter. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, but I don't like doing the same thing twice, so let's see. The one thing that I do also add to mine, instead of just re-inker, I also get a spray bottle with a bit of water in it to help move the ink around. So all you have to do, it's really quite simple, is get your glass bauble, 3 or 4 drops of re-inker in the bottom of your glass bauble, and put your lid on your re-inker to save spills. I take the water pump and just put it in the nozzle in the hole and just give it a couple of squirts of water. You can just move the re-inker around on its own, but I just find it takes absolutely forever to move the ink around and cover your bauble, and I'm just one of the world's probably most impatient crafters, and I hate waiting for things. So I find by adding a little bit of water, it actually moves the ink around really quite rapidly inside the bauble, and it doesn't seem to hurt too much in terms of it doesn't really water down the colour too much. I have found too that the darker ring inkers, or the darker ink colours that Stampin' Up carry, are probably the best for the baubles. They turn out really quite nice, but you can use absolutely every colour. I haven't done that yet, but I'm sure by the end of my Christmas ornament making I would have done just about every possible combination. So all you have to do, and I don't know how well you can see this here, is just keep rotating the bauble around until the ink covers the best parts of the inside. Now be prepared to get ink on your fingers, but after a shower it doesn't last very long on your fingers, but for the rest of the day you might end up being a bit inky. Now all I've done here is I've got a little medicine dish that's a scrap that I work over as I get towards the neck of the bauble, because ink will start to, the excess ink will start to drip out. Now I'm close to the top of the neck of the re-inker of the bauble, and what I like to also do is get ink right around that top of that neck, because you want that to be coloured too. Now it's not a, as you can see, it's a relatively quick process. It don't take too long to do. Okay, then all I do is leave that rest upside down in that little medicine glass, and then what you need to do is make yourself a funnel for the glitter. So I've got Stampin' Up packing paper here. Cut that in half, and this makes the New Beaut glitter funnel. So I just fold it in half, fold it one way, fold it back the other, length of sticky tape over the end, so I've got a triangle, sort of a triangle, nip the end off, fancy glitter funnel. So that's my version of a, and then when you've got glitter everywhere, you don't have to worry about cleaning funnels. The glitter just sticks to everything. You just scrunch your paper up, throw it away, use a different one every time you open a different glitter pot. So you don't need to let your bauble drain for too long. I think some people have said 10-15 minutes, but again, the impatient crafter in me won't allow me to wait quite that long for my glass bauble. So I just wait about that long, and you get a little bit of ink comes out in the bottom, but not an excessive amount. The one tip I do have is to make sure you dab off the top, very top of your bauble, because the glitter can get caught under that rim there in a big blob of glitter, but it's not much ink, it's just a little bit of ink there. Okay, and then all you have to do, it's even good to use then the medicine cup for a bit of a rester for that. The best way to add glitter to your baubles is to do it a bit at a time. Don't tip it all in. You use between 1 and 2 teaspoons of glitter depending on how thickly it covers, but all you do is put your beautiful handmade funnel in the top of your bauble. Tip in a little bit at a time. You don't want to tip too much in because you can always add more, okay? So this is where your finger becomes all inky and glittery. Excuse my ding in the background there. And you can see you start to get some coverage. It's a little bit patchy, but it's better to have it patchy and fill it in with the glitter than have it clumpy and too much. So just keep adding. Like I said, this is a really easy project and one that my 10-year-old could manage. Geez, that shaking the bauble on camera looks really quite strange. But you get the picture, guys. My camera's going crazy trying to focus on what I'm doing. And I think it just needs one little bit more, oops, probably a bit too much, in there, and give it another shake. And I'm pretty happy with the amount of coverage on this glass bauble. Oh, and it's such a beautiful coppery, brassy colour. Oh, I love it. And with the different coloured glitters and the different coloured re-inkers we've got, and we've got at least, well, we've got 40 colour families, 40 colours in the colour families, plus the neutrals, and this is an LA Espresso, so the combinations with all the glitters that we carry is absolutely endless for your baubles, and you can probably get them to match whatever theme you're going with your Christmas tree if you're so inclined. So that's all on there, and I'm really happy with how that looks and the amount of coverage. So you just keep going, and now if I hold it up to the sort of light like I was before, you can see that you can't really see through it anymore. All you can see is lovely glitter. What I do though is I give it a bit of a shake back over the glitter pot to make sure that any excess glitter goes back in your pot. And you did see that I put a bit too much in that last little bit I put in there. Okay, happy with that. So glitter back in the pot, one glittery inky finger, but apart from that, a gorgeous bauble. All that's left to do is take your topper that it comes with, put it back into your glass bauble, voila, tie a little bit of ribbon on it so that it can hang on the tree. So coordinate your ribbon with whatever you've got, and then you've got a lovely glittery glass bauble. Really easy to make, great with the kids. They get a little bit inky, but it washes off and everyone cleans up nice and clean. Alright, well I hope you guys have fun making those, and hopefully I'll have the tutorial for the box a little while on if you want to give them as gifts. Okay, thanks.